Hi guys, it's Maggie and
Zach.
And we recognize that times are weird and we're dealing with
Everyone's on lockdown, quarantine, and maybe afraid to go out.
yeah, so we wanted to provide you guys with a tour of the barn, how it is right now. And this is exactly what we do when we have couples come out. We're so excited because I think we're at 8 bookings now, which is really cool. A lot of our brides and grooms are really able to see the vision when we talk them through it and provide all of our plans and stuff. So I can provide that to you if you email me at maggie@trentonfarmstead.com. But let's do a tour. Let's do it. Okay, before we actually tour around the barn and the farm, I'm going to show you what we give all of our couples. We make up a little folder, fancy cricketing work here. But we provide them with our contact information, venue plans, our landscaping plans, and our mid-construction pricing, which is available on our website, as well as our policies and procedures, a reservation hold for couples that want to reserve a date, a little postcard, so if they just want to like show their mom or dad, you know, this is what the place offers, as well as little wildflower seeds. So this is what we give all of our couples, and obviously when things calm down, you are more than welcome to come tour in real life, and you will get this. But for today, hopefully this is something that can distract you. So, all right, Zach is gonna do most of the touring, and I'm gonna be filming because I'm way better at that.
All right, guys, let's take the virtual tour. So we're gonna go over this as how we envision for our big day this October. Hopefully no snags in our plans, but what we're looking at over here, kind of the brushy area where some of our wood is currently stored, we're gonna be looking to utilize this place as a parking spot. And we're really gonna try to keep the natural aesthetics of the land and tuck it into the ground to an extent. So we're doing some grading where we're going to move some of the land from this side over to this side and just kind of like teeter-tottering it to make it a little flatter, and really building up like a nice boulder wall, some soft scaping of trees and things, just to really kind of tuck it away and make it not feel like it's very intrusive or like a massive Walmart style parking lot. So as guests start to arrive, they're going to be greeted with 2 walkways. There'll be one that leads up to the main front entrance of the barn. It's going to be switched back up along where we're currently walking down now, with a lot of soft scaping around it, and really trying to create like a visually appealing experience for the guests as they arrive. We expect or envision more individuals to actually start out down here where our cocktail hour is going to occur. So there'll be handicap spots right behind these old joists here, and just a completely level straight walkway leading up to our cocktail section back here, which, as you guys can surely see, it's actively a work zone / dating experience going on back here. Where I'm standing now is going to be our outdoor patio. We're going to look at between like some stamped concrete looks and a lot of the walkways, or maybe some flagstones brick out here. A little breezeway tucked nicely under here, so weatherproof. If it's raining or anything, you can still hang out outside. We're going to have an outdoor bar and kind of hidden or tucked behind some of these planks right now, and some heat lamps above the breezeway. Just if it's a breezy day or it's a little cold out, just to keep everyone nice and toasty. So this is going to be the main area here. We're going to have the pub tables and little bar stools around. There's going to be a stairwell leading down to the ceremony space, which is actively just some lovely brush down in our field. So this is going to be our ceremony space. We're looking at like a fine crushed gravel, more or less surface down there, and some of the old barn joists that are not going to be able to be repurposed back into the barn. We are going to utilize them as the benches for the barn. So, and one other thing we always like to point out, up there is our deck space. So we always like envision having a photographer or a videographer up there, and they can capture the whole wedding party in one go. So when the ceremony is going on, they can capture everyone in one shot. And on the back side of it here, there's going to be a stairwell leading up to the main event space. But there will also be one additional stairwell inside of the barn, which we're going to show you guys shortly. So All right, guys, so we're gonna lead you in through what you can picture some French doors here leading into the bridal suite. So the bridal party, they can get ready in this section here. It's gonna extend back roughly where you can see the walls and the door access to our hallway there. Behind here is just like an extra, it's gonna be our office as well as like extra space for a holding room if you need it for anyone and a bridal party or groomsmen as well. They can certainly utilize that space. So you follow us down our newly created hallway. We're going to show off a few of the other rooms we have located. So right here, if you want to come early, drop off some decor decoration, we're going to have a locked storage area for you. So you can come out, again, a few days, a week before, drop everything off. So you don't have to worry about it the day of your wedding. It'll be here, it'll be safe, and come and grab it when you guys need. So walking down the hallway a little more leads to our men's restroom right in here. So we're gonna have 2 stalls and 2 urinals for the guys. The stalls are gonna be located here and here, urinals in the back section here. We're trying to leave some of the stone exposed still. That's really our goal, is to leave everything in its natural state as the barn was, and be as minimally, less intrusive as possible. The sink and the vanity section will be right here for the guys. And then we'll head on over to the women's restroom, which is a tad larger. So
As it should be.
yes, if the bridal party, they're getting ready in there, they don't have to worry about going outside. They can just come right down the hallway. And this is going to be the female restroom here. We're going to have 3 stalls located where the plumbing is roughed in, as well as where I'm standing now is going to be the main or a large vanity space for everyone. Again, with some of the stonework and staying exposed. So coming back out here, this is going to be, I guess, more or less just the hallway leading up to the main event space and kind of a lounge area if you want to utilize it as such, where this little section is partitioned out. We're going to have benches or something set up just so if you want to come down here, if it's super packed in the bathrooms, you guys got a space to relax. And then right here is going to be the main or grand stairwell leading up to the main event space. The stairs are going to start right here, lead up to a landing, and then just complete all the way upstairs, which we'll be getting over, or showing you guys very briefly. Then the last room back here, not the door.
That's not the doorway, sir.
This is the doorway. This is going to be really our like broom closet, electrical, and maintenance area. So we're going to have HVAC hooked up outside, and everything's going to be accessed through here, as well as if there's any electric servicing we need done, plumbing as well. So it's more or less a employees access place, but you guys can certainly hang out in here if you wanted. So that does bring up the point. We will have HVAC capabilities, so we will be able to offer air conditioning and heating. If it's a really hot day or a little bit cooler for you, we'd definitely be able to make it more comfortable and accommodating. So, and we have one last room down here to show you guys, which this is going to be very helpful. We've been working with some caterers in the area and just all around getting a vendor list together so we can share with everyone. But this large space in here is going to be the catering prep station or kitchen area. So they'll be able to prepare all the food in here, where Maggie just walked through is going to be a sliding door. They'll have quick and easy access right up the stairwell behind them to not get in the way of anyone at the party and be able to help serve everyone's needs. So now it's going to bring us back outside. We're going to loop around where the catering drop-off section is and then go up to the main floor, the reception area. So what we're walking through here, our house in the background, this is going to be walled off. We'll have, again, sliding barn door style entrance, more for the caterers to drop their stuff off. They'll have a little ramp right here. They'll be able to drive their truck down and just unload everything, go right through the barn there. So some people may like this. If for a photo opportunity, this is the mossy or less sunny side of our barn. So some people could come down here and get a lovely photo with the back side of the barn, I suppose. But all in all, this is going to be more of employee or caterer access back here. So that's going to lead us back up to the front of our barn. which we're going to do a lot of soft scaping along the roadway there to really close and parcel off this so it feels separate from all the other properties in the area, as well as from our corn crib straight down. We're going to section off our house and would be really our property with what's going to be the venue's property, which is everything from here on down, so roughly 7 acres, give or take. A lot of talking, going fast, but that brings us up to our main entrance, which this is a bank barn, so we're going to leave with its original style. This is going to be a bank leading up to the barn with retaining walls on each side, and in front of that we're going to have a drop-off spot for like Uber service, limousines, or anything you guys wish to utilize. It's just going to loop right around here as a drop-off section, and if needed they can certainly go and park down in our parking area down there. But let us venture in through our lovely barnwood door.
Our door fell off in the middle of a tour.
Yeah. Someone checking out our progress, I think.
Aww.
But so this is the main reception space where we really picture as the night progresses on, everyone files up on in here, and this is where the real party begins. So what we have, we're going to be able to provide everyone is with handmade tables with some of the original barnwood walls in here, which we have one prototype up right here. We're going to show you in a second, as well as we're going to have all chairs provided for you guys as well, with capability to seat up to, we like to say, the comfortable range around 175. If you really have a big party, we can accommodate up to 200, 225, but you might just cut down on your dance floor or something, or eat into a little bit of another space. So we think 175 is the optimal number. But this is what our tables are starting to look like, and we have one little example there of the finish stain. So, and how we're setting up for our wedding, we kind of like to section this off into 4 different rows of the barn. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The first and third row is where we're going to position most of the tables and chairs. And we're using an online site called All Seated right now to kind of design a good accommodating layout for everyone. So we were able to comfortably fit 175 people into the space 1 and 3 there, with the bride and groom sitting at the back windows there, leaving this whole area as just walkway space as well as a dance floor. So all windows in here, if it is a lovely day, are operable. You could have all the windows open up, get a nice breeze coming through. And then also a beautiful view. All these trees fill in very nicely once spring comes into full swing, so stay tuned for that. I guess another big thing up here we're going to incorporate, so where the stairs were leading up, above there we're going to have a loft area, which we're really thinking is going to be best utilized as a DJ spot. So as the party's going on down here, you can have your DJ kind of overseeing and running the event and not really eating up any additional space for your wedding. So that leads back to the main bar, which is going to be positioned right here where this plumbing is roughed in. It's going to be enough to have like 2 or 3 bartenders set up back there. Will be fully accommodating of any type of beer, wine, or liquor you would need for your day. And we're going to most likely make custom taps for if you want to bring in a keg or anything to hook up. So that now brings us to one of mine and Maggie's favorite rooms, which is our outdoor deck, the or patio space, kind of whatever you wish to call it. So that is out here, and how you're seeing it now is how it's going to look in the end. We're just leaving it entirely open. The large windowless window spaces here, and here, and then access back downstairs through the stairs there. And in this area here, we're going to have a table running across the back here with all the original beams exposed. We're going to have pump stools positioned out here so you can grab your drink right in there and then come hang outside, enjoy the scenery and all. As well, we're looking at doing a herringbone style brick flooring here. So A shout out to our neighbors if they're watching this, Terry and Marissa. This was their guys' idea and they provided us as like a sample, so we're going to be going with that. So hope you guys like that. Yeah, and then the last big thing is really our electrical we're going to be working on. That's one piece that we really wish to put a lot of effort into, as it's really going to bring the whole place together, so we can accent some of the original post beams, the stone walls in there, and just really have it transition throughout the night. So with just a flick of a switch, you can go from the reception to the dance party right afterwards. So try to make it as simple as possible for the day of the event.
All right, guys, so Zach is over here choking because he just talked for, I think, 11 or 12 minutes straight. So I will do a little talking now to hopefully answer some of the questions. We've had questions about insurance. We are going to be fully insured, and that is Zach's job because he's much better at that than me. But yes, we will be fully insured, and for our vendors that will be coming in, we will require them to have their full insurance as well and their licensing. As for preferred vendors, we do have a list that we are working on. A few of our preferred vendors, including Seedling and Sage, Williamson Caterers, In the Kitchen Catering, just to name a few. They've been really wonderful, and they've come out and they've seen the barn, so they will be part of the list. But because we are learning what we are doing, we don't want to limit people our first year. So for our first reservations, we are just asking that if you have somebody you'd really like to use, we want them to come out and see the barn before your wedding date, just so they get a feel for the place, they know where things are, and we can check their insurance.
So hotels and lodging is another question that comes up pretty frequently for us, as we are kind of secluded where we are, but thankfully we do have a lot of good lodging fairly close by. So like through Hilton, there are 2 Hampton Inns as well as a Homewood Suites, about a 15-minute ride. It's this nice, easy, straight shot down 611, and they'd be able to accommodate many, more than enough than we could ever have in an event here. So,
yes,
and that's where we're recommending a lot of people utilize.
Yep, they also they also offer after parties, because in our township, which is very common for most townships to have this ordinance, sound needs to cut off by 10 p.m.
Yep.
So in our policies and procedures, we have that 9:30 is the cutoff for drink
Yep.
service and food service, and music being cut off at 10 p.m. and everybody leaving the property by 11. So that is part of our policies and procedures and part of our contract.
But you would have access to the property from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Yep.
Just you can set up however long it takes you to set up, and then you can start your event immediately afterwards. We have no limitations there as well.
Yeah. Another question we get is, what about if it rains? What do I do then? So a lot of the times caterers will assist in a room flip. They will even put it in their contract sometimes, as well as us. We would assist in a room flip. So your ceremony would take place upstairs. You guys would be able to have your cocktail hour downstairs, and while you're enjoying that, we're flipping the room. So when you all come back up, it's like a totally different space. And the last thing that we do get asked, and I just had it in my head and I can't remember what it is. Remembered.
Perfect.
Another question we get is, are you or Zach acting as a wedding coordinator, like day of coordinator, wedding planner? And no, we will not be. So our job, we will be here, if not both of us, during your event. Obviously, we live pretty close. We're not far away. But we're going to assist all of your vendors and you or your wedding coordinator in venue needs. So if you need the AC turned up a little bit more, or if you need the lighting to change for different things, we'll be able to assist in that. As for actually having a coordinator, somebody who, tells you when to go out for your ceremony, that won't be part of our job. So we do recommend, if you don't already, having a wedding coordinator or a designated person to do
Yep.
that, as well as during your reception to announce people. So we won't be doing that just because you don't want us coordinating that. but we will
You do better than me.
I think I would definitely do better than him, but you know. But we will be here for any venue needs that you have to hopefully make things as smooth as they can be, and so your day is awesome. So yeah.
So while everyone's locked out at home, please send us any questions, comments, feedback you have. I know this was kind of just a quick grazing over everything, so I'm sure there's many things we left unanswered, and we're here to help you guys out and make your day as perfect as ours is going to be this October. So
congrats on your engagement, and hopefully we can see you as soon as possible. Stay healthy, guys.
take care.